Have you seen the newest thing where people are freaking out because they're like, oh, Michael Jackson's on the Epstein files, but then if you look at the picture that they're like redacted with children, it's just his kids that he's with.
He's already got enough controversy around him, man. It's like you can't really do anything with that. Like, you can't say like, oh, Michael Jackson, you know, child controversy. It's like, yeah, we've been there years ago. Like, that would not even be close to a remote thing for that. Is this supposed to be... I don't know if this is just a guy that's like this, or if this is supposed to be like one of those backrooms fucking game guys. Ah well, we'll play as him. We'll try him out.
I like the back rooms.
Backrooms.
I like the back rooms a lot.
Backrooms were better before they were like a SCP-filled hellscape. I will forever defend the idea of them just being a liminal space with nothing in it.
I like I like that some rooms are like that, but then other rooms have weird shit. I like the combination, because not every space has stuff inside of it.
Well, because like the initial concept though was supposed to be the like fear of liminality, the vacant, you know, areas that you need to travel through, the emptiness, right, and the possibility of endless nothing. And then it just became, haha, but there's like, what if there's a monster in here? And I'm just like, oh, okay. It's kind of like Lovecraftian horror has been co-opted purely by Tentacle, and it completely misses out on the idea of like, no, Lovecraft is a fear of the unknown and things that you don't realize. It's the vastness of the uncaringness of the universe in spite of you. Like, it's not just Cthulhu's at the bottom, and like even in his old days, like when he was writing that stuff, it was the same problem, where it was people just going like, yeah, but like, what if it was just the big monster though? Cthulhu doesn't even have like a difficulty in being beaten. They beat Cthulhu by just like reaming him with a ship real hard. Warframe's actually weirdly good at doing its Eldritch Horror. It's really weird that they're good at doing that sort of thing. But like, I think people miss out on like the nuance and subtlety that not having a monster can give you sometimes. And I can't blame them, because like, I like Monster, but it does feel a little bit, you know, trite. Everybody gets sick. Everybody get poisoned. August Derleth, that hack. Like, one of the things that's really neat about the Eldritch horror side of Alan Wake, despite the fact that Alan Wake is not a particularly horror-based series, is that it's your own fault. The whole thing of, like, Alan's problem is Alan is a competent writer, but he's not the best, and he keeps getting in his head because he's like, I gotta figure out how to defeat the evil. But he could just write it, man. Like if he was literally just like a better, more confident author. Because he keeps on trying to make it a good story instead of just making it like a sufficient tale to break the system. And it's like the idea of it being your own psyche that's causing your inevitable spiral out. The fact that, like, the grand, uncaring cosmos has chosen to fuck you specifically because you have, like, a slight minor issue. And that can destroy your entire life. Like, that's actually, to tie it back to the Warframe thing, that's one of the reasons I really like, as he is called, Wally. because the other name for them is just the Great Indifference. Like, that fucking rules. I am curious if lifesteal applies on Poison Tick. Man, that Poison Tick goes crazy, though. That's a lot. Hold on, we're gonna test this out. Lifesteal. I can't really reasonably tell, unfortunately. Please, please, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. They're not gonna kill me. I'm gonna run so far away. Couldn't get away.
Instead of wondering why.
Yeah.
Lincoln Park.
It's fair.
I'm gonna run away. Never say good, insert big scream here, but I can't scream.
Okay, well, we are getting lifesteal pretty crazy now. I don't know how that happened, but we did it. We have just become a pandemic. I actually really like this character's mechanics, even if I think they're a bit difficult. Just character that is pure dots is kind of crazy. Even more dots now that we got that.
God, I'm not looking forward to fucking shoveling tomorrow.
If I could, I'd shovel for you. Lately, it's been a case of, like, I go to shovel and it's already been done, and I'm just like, well, okay. Just grab a flamethrower? We've had this discussion before. I don't think it really works in practice for the most part, but I do support the idea. You know what I mean? All of this has happened before and will happen again, true. It's us, we talk in circles constantly. Everybody gets sick. Everybody take big poison damage. Okay, losing my shield and doing like a little tick of HP on myself So that way it zaps everybody actually is some real, real energy on this. It works out really well. Being like, yeah, look at that. Just what if you just tap me? It doesn't really hurt too bad, but it hurts all of you. You know what? Sure, we'll take Aura while we're doing this. Why not? I'm really curious how the poison's going to be effective on the boss. Come on, guys. Die before me. And drop some chests while you're at it. You're not dropping any chests.
I got your chest right here.
I was waiting for it. I got your chest right here, says woman that constantly talks about how much they don't like their chest.
I like my boobs. They sometimes get me free things.
How often does that happen?
It depends. If I go to a restaurant where there is a bar, sometimes I will get a free drink.
That's really goofy. That's real dumb. I think about myself being a person like I am, and how that shit has just never functioned on me in society, and I'm just like, man, it must be really funny being that simple. And like, that's not even like a derogatory statement. It's just like, I can't imagine just being like, oh yeah, look at the cleavage, here you go, free drink.
When I was with Mary, one of the things she would have me do is I would go and I would flirt with people, and then I would get the free drinks, and then I would just take them back to, like, the table.
That's...
with, like, all of us.
I've heard of people doing that, and I think it's so funny, because it would just not fly with me. You couldn't convince me to give you free shit like that.
Men are dumb. Actually. Most men are simple creatures.
I mean, I like to think that, well, I am a nuanced individual with many, you know, conflicting attributes, that I am a relatively simple creature at heart.
Apparently, if you go to a beach, your first thought is to dig a hole, so...
Well, what the fuck else am I gonna do?
Swim?
In that filthy water?
It's just water.
I don't know, I'm one of those people where it's like, lake water's pretty gross. And the only beach around here are lakes.
Like, sure, a lake water, but like an ocean? That's... whatever.
Also, like, if I was in, like, California, I would just be worried that I'm, like, downstream from a refinery. With animal sperm, that's, you know, like, that's its own problem. I'm sure the, like, parts per is so infinitesimally small that it would not concern me. But, like, you know, You don't want
God, you would have thought child me was repulsive.
Yes. My cousin was
Oh.
the type of girl that was, like, digging up worms and stuff. And I would just look at her doing that and go, I don't understand why you're doing that. like, child me would just go, I don't understand.
Barefoot. The amount of times I used to just, like, walk barefoot everywhere.
Like, don't confuse, like, me finding this stuff confusing or, like, you know, abhorrent in my child days with me not doing some of my own. But, like, there's, like, a element of constructed chaos where it's, like, it is a weird scenario to put myself in, but there has been, like, a plan made beforehand, you know what I mean? Like, when we moved here, there was a giant... So, like, you know where the church is behind my house? That used to be a Catholic school, right? And the Catholic school had, like, where the parking lot is, they had, like, a field. And on one side of that field, it had a fence that had a big, big hole underneath it. And I sat there as a child, and I went, I think I could fit in that hole. And I crawled through under the hole, and then I realized how dirty I was, so I walked home and then changed my clothes. It's like, I knew exactly what I was doing. And then, like, our buddy that lived up the street, his house backed onto, like, where there's, like, that little greenery area near my place, right? And we would just go hang out in there, and we started, like, building a base in it. So it was like, we're gonna make this like this. And that's how I was. I never was the rooting around in the dirt kind of person. Except for when I was digging that hole to bury the Digimon in. I found a used diaper at a beach in the water. It's unpleasant. Like, that's not great.
That's why you don't go to, like, where all the other people are. And, like, yeah, like, that, like, increases your risk of drowning. But, like, you know, whatever. Find those secluded spots.
Please nuke these skeletons. I would like to be done with this. Okay, that hurt more than I thought it was going to. I still think the craziest thing that I've ever found just kind of laying around was the one time when I was working at a Boys and Girls Club, and we had to walk through this little, like, parquet area, and in the parquet area, in the wooded spot, I just found, like, ripped up wet pornography. And I'm like, holy shit, woods porn still exists. Like, I thought that shit was gone, man. This day and age. I do think it is very funny, though, that it might make a comeback in certain areas just because of the crackdowns on pornography. Money skeleton. Thank you. Your bones feed my greed. Let's watch as USBs with porn make rounds around the neighborhood. It seems to be, like, reverting back to physical, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's how people have been doing it for years. I know that's how they do it in, like, North Korea. And kind of even in South Korea. So South Korea, like, officially speaking, I don't know if they've removed it yet, but, like, previously... Ooh, man, we're gonna die. This fox never lives long, man. They just don't have the longevity that I need. Like, South Korea officially had, like, bans on porn for years and years. I don't know if they still do. But, like, back in the day, one of their biggest things that people would sneak in was just Japanese pornography. They would just go over there and buy a bunch of hentai doujinshi and then, like, give it out to people. This video is getting demonetized. I don't get monetized on YouTube because they looked at me and went, "You don't make us enough money." So they took away my right to get monetized. In order to get monetized, I need to hit new thresholds and maintain to that again. So, you know, no concerns. But yeah, like, through South Korea, North Koreans will get, like, USBs with, like, television shows that are just, you know, fucking random TV, like slop shows that you would expect. But they also just get tons and tons of imports of pornography now. Apparently, like, one of the biggest issues when they sent a bunch of North Koreans to Russia to help with the you know, invasion of Ukraine, was that they gave a bunch of people access to the internet. Fuck off! That this fox fucking sucks, buddy. I hate him so much. I'm gonna segue here because I fucking hate this fox. Almost every run with this fox has sucked shit and has made me miserable. The fact that I need to do anything with it at all to get something is making me want to die. Anyway. Like, for some reason, I don't know why it is, like, it's specifically always, like weird Japanese porn that makes it there. I guess just geographically is the reason. But, like, they will bring in these thumb drives to fucking North Korea and distribute it amongst the people. And when they took them to Russia, they gave them unfettered access to the internet for the first time. And all they wanted to do was watch, like, hardcore pornography. And use social media. Like, if they weren't watching porn, they were like, yo, throw on YouTube, man. And it's like, I get it, but, like, what are we doing? And so they stopped getting as many of them. And just relied on Russians. Honestly would. I mean, I get it. You go, what, like 30 years in a, you know, police state authoritarian government that's banned, like, any form of non-authorized enjoyment, and you're just like, fuck it, we're going crazy. Speedrun to simulation death? Yeah. I mean, some of the people that I think might actually be deserving of being allowed to go a little bit buck wild in that way. Without any judgment. Excuse me. My poison feels dramatically less effective right now. The speed gotta go fast, but it's gonna get me fucking killed. Okay, we're good. This keeps happening, man. The fox just feels so shitty. I mean, I understand they're like the first guy, but it's like, I was so excited when it's like, oh, wizard is the first character. Oh, they suck ass. You know, I'll take it. That's a little extra survivability. Why not? I hate that I see that, like, falling out of the sky. Yeah, I knew I was gonna die. The second that I saw those guys spawn, this fucking fox, man, somebody needs to euthanize this thing. And it keeps getting euthanized, but it comes back from the dead. It sucks so bad. It needs movement because it's too squishy and shitty. Like, RNG Blessing, gain luck per level. I feel like it's worthless. It's trash. This creature. I hate him. I hate him with a deep, irrepressible rage. I hate his smug smile for how much he sucks ass. Fucking useless fucking fox. Okay, XP gain is, like, necessary right now. Shield is, like, necessary right now. If we're not gonna get momentum. You know what? I'll take Flamewalker, just in case anything's coming after me from behind. Movement speed we'll take. Viewers on Stream Boo, how about banned? Have you considered that? Have you considered not being alive anymore? Okay. We're getting good starts to building this character. Man, when people said there was a meta to the characters, I really didn't believe them, but like, God, it feels like it. It really does feel like some characters just got all the love and some characters are like barely looked upon as living beings. Let's take luck, just because apparently this character is luck based. So maybe we can really pump up those numbers and get some crazy RNG going. I don't know. Simply die.
I fell asleep.
Go to bed.
No, I have to finish this.
You don't have to. This is optional. This is technically something you don't need to finish. You know what? Let's go XP Tome. Probably a bad set of picks, but I'm taking them for memes, more or less. You know what? Projectile, yeah. Shoot more, shoot faster. Become a weapon. Okay, he's not taking much damage at all, which is a problem. You know what? Yeah. Shield Tome, big get. Or at least at that level, I should specify. Release toxic waste upon taking damage, poisoning all nearby enemies. I would love that in another life. I would love to become a toxic man. I mean, I guess I was already there previously. I think I'm still there sometimes, but not as bad as I used to be. You know what? I'll take the cheese, though. Okay, this is a problem. We're getting bottled around. Bottled? Who cares, man? I don't know. Okay, well now we're just starting to get into poison showing up everywhere. Oh, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. This is funny now. I can get down with this. You know what? Yeah, we'll do Aura. I was gonna go for Lightning, but Aura's fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. This dumb build has decided to be the funniest thing, which is, what if we just became hyper-mobile and built on becoming even stronger through the stupid means? We definitely need a bit more damage, I think. Might go back to get that suck, though. Considering for a long time we were just kind of on the run. Being strong in a stupid way is more fun than conventional means. True, but when you're trying to go for wins, it does make it a little bit annoying. But, like, I do prefer the gimmick, but the fact that our gimmick is like, but what if we just endlessly shit fire? What if we were really desperately unpleasant to be around? Oh wait, that's already my life. Just eat a lot of spicy foods. Almost in opposition to eating spicy foods, I might make pierogi tonight. We still have some sitting around. I mean, I'm gonna keep taking the extra jumps, yeah. No, Lord. I knew we were gonna die the second we jumped into there, but it was like, fuck off. Back too pissed off to sleep, excuse me? I mean, like, I understand being upset about your country, but, like, I can't understand being like, I'm gonna lose sleep over every injustice that's happening everywhere. I can't do anything about it. If I'm gonna lose sleep, it's gonna be about things happening to me directly. Because I'm a selfish person inherently. Which sounds really bad. And it probably is really bad, admittedly. But again, it stems from my inherent inability to empathize with people. Misty, you know what you should do? You should play Tetris. I hate that shit, man. It's so funny whenever like a traumatic event happens or something negative and people are like, "Hey man, you should play Tetris." Well, the thing is, I think your parents are just too old. Like, I think that everybody gets to a point where they're too old, that they're too far out of touch. And that, like, nothing will change that anymore because they are too ingrained in the way the world was. Like, my mom is a really weird example of this kind of stuff. Because she's so deeply Canadian that it's not, like, partisan at all, right? And so there's no, like, partisan politics to it. She just is like, well, this is the way the world is. And I'm like, but it's not, though. And so, like, one of those things that she buys into the narratives of is like, oh, don't you see how, like, how violent the world is now? Don't you see how awful that, like, society has gotten? Don't you, like, wish that it was, like, back when you were young where, you know, like, it wasn't as bad? Where gun violence wasn't as bad? And I'm like, Mom, when you were young, gun violence was worse. More Canadians died as a result of, like, weapons-related deaths and violence then. And she'll be like, no, and then I'll show her the statistics, and she's like, then how come when I go and watch the news? And I'm like, because it's a 24/7 news station. That didn't really used to be a thing that much. They weren't always grabbing for every little story. Also because of the fact that we're reporting on things more and more, you know? And she's like, well, then how come XYZ? And it's like, Mom, like, you're listing fucking, like, lived experience of yours versus, like, empirical data-driven truths. Like, Like, she's one of those people that, like, kids these days kind of things, right? And then, like, my uncle will be like, yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I was doing, like, awful shit all the time when I was a kid. It's so funny. Like, it's a perfect example of, like, two ends of the spectrum where she's, like, she's got the old woman brain atrophy happening. And then my uncle's just like, yeah, no, that's stupid. He has some things where he's, like, kind of a bit conspiracy-brained. And that's fine. But, like, Mom is just, like, one of those people that's just, like, old people back in my day brained. And I don't get it. It's kind of crazy that there's an age limit on voting, period. And it's not that I disagree. I do think that, like, after a certain age, voting is kind of unnecessary. But, like, I do think that somebody does need to obviously look out for the olds. Because otherwise we're just gonna ice flow them, right? But, like, it is wild that your vote matters at, like, 75 when a lot of people are just dead. I hate this fox. Can I tell you how much I hate this fox? Can I explain to you how deeply and thoroughly and utterly, absolutely fucking worthless this pathetic sack of fur and skin is? This bag of utterly worthless tripe. Holy fuck, I hate this fox. They suck so bad. I've yet to find a build in the proper game that makes them feel genuinely extremely powerful, besides, like, 2. All I want is to get their unlocks, man. Like, I'm just... The worms are back? True. I need to kill! No, but for real, though, I need to kill. You know what? I would actually maybe take Standing Still heals you. If only because I could maybe get the lightning ability, you know? That'd be nice. Creature Kitchen? Excuse me? Is this Rachel game? I will need to look at it. It sounds like it very well possibly could be. Hey, there it is. Feels like yes, not sure on visuals. Visuals are a make or break for Rachel a lot of the time. Looks like Courage the Cowardly Dog Kitchen. Rachel could like that, I think. I'm assuming she's passed back out. That's an incredible get, actually. Holy shit. Very PS1, like, Kudelka levels of polygons. I'll take a look at that when I can. Choice. Speaking of Thursday, we could maybe do Kudelka Thursday if you want, yeah. I'm okay with this. Might grind a little. Might be a good idea considering the creature that you'd found. Although that does seem like it might just be like a bit of a blocker to incentivize you going around, exploring, you know? That's an incredible second get, actually. You know what? I'll take it. I really want to grab that chest, but whatever. Wireless dagger is goated. I do not have that yet. I am working towards getting things. I did see wireless dagger and I went, excuse me? And then I saw slutty rocket and I went, excuse me? Okay. Oof. Pickup range probably would have been a better idea, honestly, but I just want to be able to move, like, a little bit faster. Oh! It's actually what they call Pat sometimes. Somebody called Pat Oat once by accident, and now it's just something that they call him. I don't want to take that right now. There we go. Actually not feeling, like, fucking useless. Pickup range is actually different for each character, so each one's pickup range is blah blah blah, which feels odd. Well, like, I've noticed every character's stats are all over the place anyway, so it's like, yeah, that makes sense, because certain characters don't have the mobility that other characters do, you know? So their pickup range is all jacked up. Which is, again, kind of the nature of my problem. Is that the fact that they have such varying stats that some of the characters just start out feeling like ass. If I play some games, you should play some games. Nothing wrong with taking a little moment for yourself. Do a little bit of a breather and then try and go back to sleep when you're feeling it, you know?
I fell asleep again.
I know you did. I brought that up earlier.
I'm sorry, what'd I do?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I just went like, oh yeah, she's probably asleep because we're talking about a game that might be a Rachel game.
Oh, what game?
Apparently it's Creature Kitchen, I think it was called.
I like creatures.
Creatures, yeah. It was being described as, like, fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog looking.
That's pretty good.
And, like, old school graphics. I don't know. I didn't look at it. I'm in the middle of game still, so.
That's fine.
But, I will look at it at some point. Inevitably. Alright, we need to summon ghosts.
You know what? I got the flat color down for the bit, say, like, the photo, like, the screen starting up soon. I will do the shading tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't need to be doing that stuff tonight. Like, it's fine. You have a whole day off tomorrow.
I got close enough to doing all of my stuff today.
Making yourself do everything all in one day is, like, actively one of the most hostile things you do to yourself.
Yeah, but I did it.
Yeah, but you often end up hating the stuff that you do when you do that. It's not healthy. Sent Rachel a message with a link to the game. There you go.
There's like a part of my jaw, but not like the jawbone. Like, skin and muscle over the jaw, and it's hurting so bad, and I don't know why.
Could be related to the knee thing.
I thought it was a lump on my jaw. I thought it was like a lymph node situation, but one was like there are like lymph nodes there.
They're in the neck, actually.
Yeah, this is like on like my cheek though. Like on my cheek or my jawbone.
Yeah, that's not likely to be it.
And it hurt whenever I touch it, it hurts. It's fine when I'm not touching it. The moment something touches that part of my face, it's like when you touch a bruise. There isn't a bruise there.
Huh.
So I'm hoping, oh, Creature Kitchen looks cute. I'm hoping that I'm not getting sick or anything.
I mean, maybe. Have you been exposed to any sicks?
Yeah, everyone at work is sick.
Well, okay, that might make a bit more of a complex situation, possibly, then. Oh my god, we finally killed enough enemies. Holy shit.
Yeah, but like, I'm looking at pictures of where they are.
Where what are?
Oh, lymph nodes and like your whatever.
It's like underneath the jaw towards the throat.
There's a couple where I'm currently feeling pain.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Let me out. Okay. We have many different things that are firing off all at once. Maybe we can actually pull this one out into a win. Longer you stand still, the more damage you do. I'm gonna take it because I'm curious. I'm curious if this is something that scales forever, or if this changes once you move. Okay, it goes back down. That sucks. Alright. I respect it, but... oh well. Now I know, and knowing is half the battle. The other half is incredible violence. It's not entirely true. A lot of it is actually logistics. But I guess you could say that logistics is knowing, you know? Same difference. Oh, hi. Oof. Holy shit. That hurt. Okay, hopefully we don't biff it by just getting hurt like that big time again. Standing still making us stronger and healing us is admittedly very good gains. I do kind of want to just find a place to sit and just become strong. But I feel like that might not be the best way to handle this. A lot of Moais. I don't know what's going on here. Oof. That was rough. Man, that healing is kind of nuts when you just stand in one place. It is really powerful. Oh, we can get the suck? Let's go. I think this might be the last one for this, though. I think my eyes are just kind of sore. should play some Tetris, I think that actually would be worse. Well, it wouldn't be statistically worse than this, but I think that it would be worse than doing nothing. Let's put it that way. Ow. You know what? Okay. Fair enough. Ooh, boy. Hi, guys. Yeah, I knew I was gonna die there. That sucks ass. It was just like, cool, I'm gonna get juggled to fucking death, aren't I? Yep, alright. Such is the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Ends on a rough hour note, though, so, you know, I can't complain too much. Lightning Orb. 25% chance to summon lightning when hitting enemies. Lightning can now stun enemies. The fact that it wasn't stunning enemies before. He's like, what are we doing here? Dice head. It really is just the Cuphead guy, huh? Giga Mega Chad. Yeah, alright, buddy. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I'm sore-eyed.
Alright.